Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I am going to discuss about the linear regression using sklearn library, where we are going to use the Bayes fit line method OLS. We also called it as a ordinary least square. First we will understand the mathematical intuition behind the linear regression. Then we will perform the hands-on and we will also understand what is the math behind the linear regression in the sklearn library. So first I am going to import the required libraries pandas, matplotlib, numpy, seaborn and the sklearn linear model class, where I am going to use the linear regression method. And same these mean squared error and the r squared I am going to import from the matrix class, and these we will use for the evaluate our linear regression model. This is our data set where we have the output variable salary and input variable is experience. Let's do the plot. So this is the scatter plot between the output and input variable. If you see here, as the experience increase, salary is also increasing. So our main purpose of the linear regression is to predict the output variable. So let's understand what is the mathematical intuition behind the linear regression and how we can use the Bayes fit line method with the help of ordinary least square method. This is your experience and this is your salary. So we have to predict the salary corresponding to the experience. These are some data points we have. It means these are the x and y values we have. So now how we will predict the salary? Our question is that how we will predict the salary. So what we can do, we can draw the one line here. I draw the line this. I draw this particular any random line. We can say the line 1. So this will intercept the y-axis at this point and also have some slope, right? This will be intersection is your C and this will be your M. If you know, the equation of this line is your mx plus C. This we have already learned in our schooling days. So by using this particular line we can predict the salary. How we can do that? If I want to predict the salary at this point, so what we can do, we can do the corresponding intercept and this value would be your salary corresponding to this particular xi. So this will be your y hat. So this way we can predict the salary. But main question is that how we can draw this particular line, right? So for that we would need this particular intercept and slope. It means we have to calculate the M and we have to calculate the C value, right? We calculate the M and C value and we got this particular line. We created our model with the help of this particular line 1, right? So how we can say that our model is the best, right? So for that what we have to do, we have to evaluate our model. We have created our model and we are gonna test this particular model. So how we can do the testing of this model, or how we can evaluate our model? So for that we would need some evaluation matrix. So that matrix is called as your squared error, sum of squared error, and that method to get the evaluation matrix is called as your ordinary least squared. So by using this particular ordinary least square method, we draw the Bayes fit line, right? We draw the Bayes fit line. This is the line. How we can draw the Bayes fit line? Let's understand what is the OLS now. By using this line 1, what we can do in the OLS method, we calculate this particular distance of the actual data point, right? We calculate the distance. This distance is your D1, this is your D2, this is your, we can say the D3, D4, D5 and so on, right? So we can calculate the total error. Total error. We can say d1 plus d2 plus all these particular distance. But if you see here, how we can calculate the error? By minus by hat. By hat is your predicted value, right? This will be your predicted value, right? This will be your predicted value. It means this is the actual value and this is your predicted value. So all the points above this line will have the positive value, right? Because for all the points by would be greater than by hat, that's why it would be positive, right? But the error, all the points which are below this particular line will have the by is less than by hat. So in that case, by minus by hat would be the negative. So if you see here, if I will calculate the total error, if I will calculate the total error, in that case error all the above point would be positive, plus error all the below point would be negative. So plus and minus would be cancelled out, and in that case we will not be able to get the correct total errors. So how we can get this? We can do one thing, we can do the squared. It means d1 square, d2 square, d3 square and so on. So if you see here, this would be negative. If we will square this, then this would be your positive. This is already positive. If we square, this will also be positive. So in that case our total error would be, or we can say the sum of squared error would be positive square plus negative square. It means we will get the positive square. It means total value would be your positive, right? So let's by in this particular line I get the sum of squared 1 is equal to 23.5, right? Let's again I draw the one more line here. Let's I draw this line here. Then again I calculate the sum of squared error 2. Let this time I got the 20.1, right? Then again I draw the one more line here. This is your SS3. Let's I got the 19.1. So this way we draw the different lines and calculate the sum of squared error, and we also get the corresponding C value and corresponding M value, right? So let's, which one is the least squared error? So this is the least square error. So we will use this particular line as a best fit line, best fit line, and whatever the value corresponding the M and C, C and M, C3 and M3. So these value we will use to perform the prediction. What would be the prediction? Y is equal to M3x plus C3, this particular C3 and M3. So we will apply the x value here, M and C we also know, so we can get the prediction. So this is the mathematics behind the ordinary least square method, and this method we use in the scikit-learn library. Here I have only the one dimension, y is equal to beta naught plus beta 1 x. We have only the one dimension, so that's why I am getting the straight line. But if I have the two variable, it means two dimensional, beta 1 x1 plus beta 2 x2. So we can use this particular, this is your x1, this is your x2, and this is your y, right? So this way we get the plane, right? This particular plane we will use. Let's, if we have the three variable, three dimension, we can say y is equal to beta naught plus beta 1 x1 plus beta 2 x2 and beta 3 x3. If we have more than 2, right, then we will get the nth dimensional hyperplane. If we have more than 2 variables. So here I am going to use this particular linear regression method here. So first we will create the object directly. We will create the object and then we will fit the object here in the fitting we will use the input and output variable. Now our fit object has been created. So this object or upper model has been created now. So this model we will use to calculate the coefficient and intercept, and also we will use to calculate the prediction. So you can directly use coefficient method here. You can get the coefficient, you can directly get the intercept, and prediction you can get the lr.predict method, and here you can provide the input variable. Now this is your predicted output. How we can calculate the mean squared error? Mean squared error you can calculate with the help of this particular method, mean squared error, that we have already imported. Now if we want to calculate the sum of squared error, as you know, mean squared error formula is 1 by n summation I is equal to 1 to n by minus by hat whole square. So this is your SSE, right? So if we want to calculate the SSE, so SSE would be your n multiplied by MSE, right? So we have already calculated the MSE, so we can calculate the SSE, MSE multiplied by length of x mean total samples n. So that's why I'm gonna use here. Same way we can calculate the root mean squared error, it means square root of the MSE. Now if we want to predict the output of some unseen data, this is your unseen data, it means our model has never seen this particular data before or during the training process. So how we can calculate the prediction of the unseen data? Let's check. This is your input data, it means unseen data, and corresponding prediction I am getting, right? So this way we can calculate the prediction. If we want to calculate the R squared value, this is your R squared, 96.76. It means we can say 96.76% variation in the by is explainable with the help of input variable. If you want to know more about the R squared, you can check out my R squared video. We can draw the scattered plot here, and also we can draw this particular regression line. First we create the scatter plot, this dot, then how we plot this particular line, we use the min and max value of the x and min and max value of the y axis. So this way we can calculate this particular line. Now we are going to discuss what is the math we use behind the linear regression in the scikit-learn. If you see here, linear regression, they use the SciPy library, and the SciPy library they use the linear algebra class. In this linear algebra class they are gonna use the least square method, right? And this method they are going to use the least square with the help of LAPACK GLST solver. By using this LAPACK GLST solver, they are gonna improve the computational power, right? That's why we prefer the scikit-learn due to this LAPACK. If we would not have used the LAPACK, then we can directly use this particular SciPy linear algebra to calculate the linear regression. But with the help of this LAPACK, we can improve the computational power. So if you see how we can use this particular SciPy library directly. If you want to understand more details, you can go to this particular link. You can get how they have written the code behind the linear regression. I am just importing this. Then this is your same data set I am gonna use. So if you see here, what I am gonna do here, if you know what is the equation we use in the linear regression, this is your biased, or we also called as an intercept. So in this particular wrapper or in this particular library, we don't have this beta naught as we have in the stat library. Same thing, we also don't have this particular bias, so we have to add this particular biased. So I am adding this particular biased by adding this particular constant value 1. Then this particular biased and x I am gonna concatenate, and then we use this particular method. Here we apply the input and output variable. This will provide you the 4 output: coefficient, intercept, and residuals, right? If you want to calculate the residuals, you can directly use this. you can get the residuals. It means sum of squared error. Let's check. 174, right? I am getting the same output here, 174. How we can plot the least square? You can get, I am getting the same plot as we got with the help of linear regression, right? Then how we can use the multiple linear regression using this particular SciPy library and the linear regression. This is your data x and y. If you see, the shape of this is row and column. This is your row. So if you see here we have 9 row in the output variable, here we have 7 row in the output variable. So what we can do, we can transpose this particular x value. Now we got the same row. Now we can apply the linear regression. Now intercept coefficient we got with the help of SciPy library. Let's check how we can apply this particular multiple linear regression with the help of linear regression. Same, just create the object, then create the fit object. Just in a 2-line code we can apply the linear regression. It is too easy to apply, right? We can calculate the intercept and coefficient. You can get, I am getting the same output, right? So this way we can perform the linear regression with the help of sklearn library. So I hope you will like this video. If you will like, please share with your friends and colleagues and hit the like button and subscribe my channel. Thank you.